In a cheerful little village nestled between emerald hills and golden fields, every house shone like a rainbow. Blue roofs, red fences, yellow window panes. This wasn't just coincidence. No, this was the work of one man, Grisham the painter. Grisham was the most skilled painter in the village. His brush danced like a feather, and his colors could brighten even the darkest alley. But Grisham had a flaw. He didn't just like money, he adored it. So every time someone paid him for painting, he made sure to save as much paint as possible by adding water. "Oh, it's my special formula," he'd say. But in truth, it peeled off like onion skin before the next season. Whispers began. "My wall faded in 2 weeks. My fence looks like it's crying." But no one dared confront him. Why? Because Grisham was the only painter in town. He was the best, even when he cheated. One morning, Grisham received a strange letter, sealed in deep red wax. "You're requested to paint the ancient wall near Hollow Hill. Payment, 10 gold coins. Paint with honor." Grisham's eyes widened. 10 coins? For one wall? Easy money. He packed his brushes, his special long-lasting formula, and off he went, whistling all the way. But when he arrived, the air shifted. The hill was unusually quiet. Birds didn't chirp. Wind didn't blow. The ancient wall stood long and cold, covered in strange carvings. It almost breathed. He waited until sunset, when no one would be around, and mixed his paint with twice the water. "No one will know," he smirked, brushing over the ancient runes. And that's when it happened. In a deep, echoing voice, the wall spoke. "Greedy hands shall pay the price." Grisham froze. His paintbrush dropped. He looked at his hands and watched in horror as his fingers began turning to stone. He scrubbed. He cried. He shouted, "It was just a little water." But the wall spoke again. "Paint with honor. Complete the task. Only then shall you be spared." All night he worked. No tricks, no shortcuts. For the first time in years, he painted honestly. His arms ached. His fingers trembled. But slowly, the stone on his hands began to fade. By dawn, the wall gleamed with colors no one in the village had ever seen before. Deep emeralds, rich golds, glowing blues. When the villagers came, they were stunned. The wall looked alive. "Did you do this?" they asked. Grisham didn't lie. He told them everything about the greed, the shortcuts, the wall, and his hands. Surprisingly, the villagers forgave him. Not because they had to, but because he had changed. Grisham never watered down his paint again. His work became a symbol of truth and effort. His name? It became even more famous. But this time, for the right reasons. But one evening, as the sun dipped low, a young painter from a neighboring town arrived. He had heard of the wall and the 10 gold coins. He laughed, opened his pouch, and pulled out, you guessed it, his own special formula. The wall watched, wall low and chilling. One more lesson to teach, and well, you may ask the moral. Here it is. True work speaks louder than tricks. And greed always comes back to paint you in a corner. Did that twist catch you by surprise? If you love this tale of magic, mischief, and lessons learned, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs a splash of honesty, and subscribe for more moral fairy tales. And don't forget, truth speaks louder than tricks.